We're on live.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the Grinnell Tiger Sports live stream on this Saturday for this girls basketball matchup event between the 6th-ranked Grinnell Tigers and the 3rd-ranked 3A Center Point Urbana Stormin' Pointers. It's really snowy outside. We were even surprised that this game even got going. CPU had to make the 97-mile trip here. But we're here. We're going to play basketball, and it's the 4th game of the week. And after last night's win over Pella, Grinnell has a chance to get going once again. And it's definitely a big game against a team that is the caliber of North Polk, who they lost to on Monday night. But you got to feel this has a different vibe in the air.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good challenge for them. Talk about go week. 4 games in 1 week, and 2 of them being a good challenge for the Tigers with coming back off of last night's game. Great momentum. I mean, to take Pella down by 30-plus points, it's always nice to beat Pella, but let alone come away with a win like that. There's been a lot of scouting going into tonight's game. This is, definitely a win that we have to put in our back pocket. So I think, Coach Etchen's looking at a couple different things. We had a lot of switching out last night, so kind of pre-planning. When you get a lead like you had, start the rest of the girls early. Don't run them all the way to the end. Hopefully this afternoon we're going to see the full court press hit them right away, because we have to strike first. It's a fact that when Grinnell comes out, strikes first, we win ball games. And that defense, when it doesn't give up, it makes a big difference. So that's a key to today's game.
So Grinnell comes in at 11-1. So does CPU. Grinnell obviously beat Pella last night 71-42. They beat Center Point Urbana last year 69-45. Also, these teams almost met in the state final because CPU used to be a 4A team last year. They now sit at a 3A team. CPU lost to Marion in the semifinal. Marion went on to play Grinnell, ended up beating Grinnell in the final. So, other than that, CPU beat Vincent Schellsburg last night 76-29. So, they got some rest probably for their starters last night. Grinnell got some rest. So, both teams are coming off quick 2-game stretches here. Grinnell's now had 2 this week. So, we'll have to see how the snow affects them. It's a whiteout technically tonight. The student section hasn't really come out, but, if you're trapped at home, you're trapped at home. But whatever works. We're about 2 minutes away from tip-off, and we'll get you the starting lineups here in a second. Grinnell and CPU coming up next. Macy Harris, Naomi Jackson, McKenna McKnight, Sarah Goslink, and Megan Doty, so nothing changes from this past weekend. We want to thank everyone who came out and came out to watch this afternoon for both games. The snow, if you've obviously been kept at home because of the snow, if you're going out and traveling, we wish you safe travels, but if you're not traveling and you're staying at home watching this game, we appreciate you joining us here. So, good afternoon of basketball coming up. 11-1 CPU, 11-1 Grinnell. The Storm and Pointers and the Grinnell Tigers going at it. Grinnell going to try to finish 3-1 on this week of 4 really rough basketball games. And we are off and running as CPU will get the tip off their way. And we are underway. Grinnell obviously had no problem with the CPU team last year, who finished 22-4. Grinnell will hope to maybe have that same happening this year, as that three-pointer is off the mark. And Grinnell's Macy Harris will bring this one up court to start for Grinnell this afternoon. Macy drives baseline. Nice pass inside to Sarah Goslink, and she's got the bucket to go. And Grinnell's quickly on top. 2-0 with 7:23 remaining. We're just getting underway here at Grinnell High School. CPU backs down. Jackson defenseless down there, and the lucky bounce doesn't go in, but CPU is back on the glass. And we're knotted up 2-2. Macy Harris going to cross the half-court line. She's got a lane. Again, finds McKenna McKnight inside. McKenna gets her own rebound. Can't get it up and in. It's going to be tipped out of bounds, and it's going to be Grinnell basketball. So early, Macy's already finding the open Tigers down low. As Jackson fires that one over the top, hands off to Megan. And Doty loses it on the way out. We got a one-on-one down court and a foul, and the bucket goes.
Kind of a quick touch foul by Megan. I don't know, CPU is kind of grabby on hands right in front of the faces of the players. We saw a little bit of that earlier on the JV boys game. They're pretty aggressive coming to the ball. So, you know, for Grinnell, they're just going to have to put their hand tight on the ball and play on.
Free throw is missed, so Grinnell comes racing back 4-2. Storm and Pointers lead over Grinnell. That one's knocked away by the Tigers. And back comes CPU again, and Macy's going to foul on the floor before the bucket can go.
Sometimes it's early in the ball game. You almost just have to let that go. I mean, depending on if they could control their fouls, but they're not going to be able to just quickly keep going, or it's going to be pretty tough.
Doty gets running and is met immediately. Jackson has to go off. Naomi's going to get across the half-court line, kicks in the corner over to McKenna. McKenna traveled. Yeah, you're right about up-close defense.
Yeah, they really play a face-up, and that's tough when you're not used to it. And you know, everyone plays defense different, and it's one thing. Grinnell's really good about making adjustments to that, so I don't think it's going to be a problem. They just got to figure out what they're going to do with it.
CPU leads Grinnell 4-2, 6:15 remaining. Here's a pull-up jumper, no good. And Jackson has it coming back for Grinnell. Jackson had a pretty good night last night against Pella. McKenna McKnight loses it on the way, and it's going to be out of bounds off the Storm and Pointer. Grinnell basketball.
Quick hands there by McKenna. Just, you know, you used to get mad 10 years ago when you watched the ball game, someone threw it out off somebody, but really, it's pretty quick thinking. So good heads-up play there, and retains to be Grinnell basketball.
Naomi crosses it in to Macy. Macy's got to get rid of it. Make sure it didn't go over. 2-on-1. CPU drives, and the layup is good. And Coach Edson's going to take a quick timeout here, so Grinnell already starting off a little slow, and I don't think it's really anything much with the offense. It's just CPU is really going at him defensively.
They are. I don't think that, what would you say the score of their game was last night?
76-29.
76-29, so they probably got quite a bit of bench rest time opposed to Grinnell. They had a pretty tough first half all the way up, and then they finally broke away and put some space between them. But, maybe they had the opportunity to do a little bit of rest, and these CPU girls seem to be pretty fresh.
Definitely more players on their team than Grinnell has. 6-2, 5:49 remaining here in the first quarter. Macy tried to kick back to Sarah. The ball's loose on the ground. And here come the Storm and Pointers. Meredith McKnight's in for the Tigers, so is Rebecca McCombs. CPU tries to swing it around. They get an inside bucket to fall, and it's 8-2. Grinnell trails CPU.
Well, you could just see it. There's frustration, Macy, and frustration back the other way with Meredith, but you just can't be foolish and have a foul that's going to mess you up. Nice little toss in by Sarah into Rebecca, 2 points.
Rebecca finished with 17 last night against Pella. Great night for her. As she gets a block on the other end, CPU comes away with the loose ball. Grinnell's got to set up defensively. There's a reason both these teams sit at 11-1 as we got to travel here. Both teams are very talented all across the boards and will be making runs back to a possible state tournament run.
Yeah, if you watch that inside ball movement and the screens and cuts that CPU is putting inside there, it's, like I said, they're not 11-1 for nothing.
Macy hands off to Sarah. Gosselin kicks back. Rebecca's going to fire the mid-range jumper and gets it to go. She's not afraid to shoot. And Grinnell's got it back within 2. 8-6, 4:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Grinnell trails CPU. The Pointers have it here at the top of the key. Grinnell allowing nothing down low, and we're going to have a loose ball foul. Away from the ball, I should say.
Let's see if that is Naomi they called that on. Yep. So that's Naomi's first foul. Micah's going to come in for Sarah, give her a quick breather. Those two on the court paired up side by side, Micah and Sarah, they are a force to be reckoned with on that full court press.
That turnaround jumper is up and good, and we have a 4-point game. Grinnell trails by 4, 10-6. 4:08 remaining here in the first quarter. Rebecca in the corner, hands off to Macy. Macy's covered. Rebecca fires a 3, and she hits it. Oh, my goodness.
Rebecca's picking up where she left off in the second half last night.
Grinnell's been waiting for a post player to emerge. And when Rebecca can take and make the 3 and also go down low, it's a win-win situation. 10-9, 3:36 remaining here in the first quarter. Grinnell trails CPU. As the Pointers make a drive to the hoop, and the layup is no good. And they try to save it, and they do. As they'll swing it around the wing. Rebecca guards closely. Drive to the basket is good.
Yeah, at some point, they're going to have to just step and block that off, eliminate that lane. And you're probably going to get called with a charge, or they're going to get called a charge, or we're going to get called with a block. But you're going to have to establish that door's not going to be wide open the rest of the afternoon.
Got a foul on the floor on number 44. So it'll be Grinnell throwing in from underneath the basket.
Sarah Gosling checks in for Meredith McKnight.
Micah Benning-Shorb's also out on the court. Put a little bit of speed for the Tigers here. Naomi gets open for 3, and she hits it. And we're tied, 12-12. CPU comes racing back. As they try to work around the top of the key, guarded closely by Rebecca. A lot of possible travels here so far. Jackson slows down there defensively, but luckily the shot is missed, and it'll be Grinnell basketball. 2:30 remaining, 12-12. We're all knotted up here on this snowy day.
Overall, CPU definitely has a height advantage.
Oh, yeah.
At least a couple inches on a couple of girls, and So that also makes it tough when you stop and they get crowded around you.
Jackson guarded closely on a one-on-one here at the top of the key. Gets rid of it to Sarah, and CPU really trying to fight their way for the loose balls, and they do get that one, and we're going to have a foul. No, we're not. We're going to get travel.
That's what I thought. She did a stutter step before Naomi even stuck her hand in, so that's actually the right call, even though it's not a highly approved on this side from the CPU parents fan section.
So Naomi's going to throw in to Megan as we eclipse 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Macy fires the deep three. It's off front iron, rebound grabbed, and we got a jump for the ball, and they're going to foul on Sarah.
You know, by far between Sarah Goslink and Megan Doty are the two most aggressive, shorter gals that are underneath that bucket. And, you know, Sarah, she gets a foul once in a while, but still she's just very tough.
And like that, right, yeah. Pedig with the ball off the steal. They'll try to kick it around here in the wings. Addie's going to throw into Megan here. And Doty kicks over to Sarah. Sarah backs down, hands off to Macy. Loose ball picked up by Megan. As Grinnell's going to try to keep swinging this thing around. Yeah, it's hands in the face defense for sure.
It is. It's nonstop. They're doing a great job at it.
Addie swings outside. Macy kicks in, and the layup is no good. And it'll be out of bounds. They gave it off to Rebecca. Rebecca sits here in the corner, hands back off to Macy. We're still tied, 12-12, a minute 12 remaining. Macy, out of frustration, gives it off to Megan. CPU is really putting pressure on this defense, as Macy's trying to direct traffic here at the top of the key.
Yeah, CPU is doing a good job of just trading off on the screens. They're not really following their people. 52 seconds, we got to start doing something here. And
Megan gets double teamed immediately, and we're going to get a foul. Just so much confusion over there on that possession. Grinnell was trying to get rid of it. So Megan's going to throw in for Grinnell.
So catcher's called with the foul. That's be her first, I believe. CPU, hard to understand here. We only have 2 fouls into the ball game, but they are definitely playing very aggressive.
45 seconds left here in the first quarter, 12-12. Jackson backs down, kicks back outside to Megan. Doty finds Rebecca here at the wing and kicks back off to Macy. Good screen, and Macy loses it off her foot, hands back off to Jackson, and it's a loose ball taken away. And the Storm and Pointers go all the way and get fouled.
Have to apologize for all the heads going through here. We got quite a bit of congestion up around the camera.
We'll try to get that figured out here soon. 13-12, 2:20 or 22 seconds left here in the quarter. And the free throw is called off. I'm guessing she stepped over the line, maybe?
Yeah.
I'm not sure what they're going to call here.
Well, either if it's a line violation by the shooter or the same teammate, it should be called off. Only time you'd ever have a reshot on it would be only if it's a Grinnell Tiger.
Yeah, they're having deep conversation here. Ref's going to come over and talk with Edson and CPU's coach here.
So it looks like what they're saying, they have a double lane violation on CPU and the Grinnell Tigers, and they're going to do it as an alternate possession.
Yeah, so possession error would go to Grinnell. So it is going to be Grinnell basketball. Megan's got it underneath.
Unfortunately, it lets CPU set that full court press up. You know, they come out with it's a strong 1-2-1, but almost a dedicated man. So Grinnell just needs to be forceful, get the ball across the court, and figure out what we're going to do. Nice turnaround jumper by Rebecca. It's long.
Rebound grab by CPU, and here come the pointers. 7 seconds left in the corner. Good ball movement for three, and it is no good. And that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Grinnell trails CPU 13-12. We'll be back after a quick quarter break. All right, so out of the quarter break, 13-12. CPU leads over Grinnell. And Grinnell's defense is not, I mean, both defenses are actually really succeeding because Grinnell, I mean, they're only down by one, probably had good chances at moving up there.
Although pretty low-scoring game for what we're typically used to, so.
Grinnell has scored 70 in the between 70 to 75 points the last 3 games this week, which is, I mean, pretty average.
Yeah, quick ball across there. Macy got her hand on it.
The pointer's going to move this thing around. They kick out to the key. Sarah McKnight, McKenna McKnight, Jackson, Harris, and Doty all on the court for the Tigers. As CPU gets it inside, can't get the layup to go, and Goslink's on the glass. As Macy crosses half court, turns on the Jets, kicks to Jackson, in the corner for three, no good. And the rebound fought and grabbed for by Sarah, and we're gonna have a foul on CPU. Good hustle, as always, by Sarah.
Yes, excellent. You know, picking up rebound on both ends of the court, that's non-stop effort right there.
So Naomi's going to throw in for Grinnell. As Macy has it at the top. She'll kick in the corner. Jackson thought about a three, drives baseline. Floater is no good, rims out. And here comes CPU. They have a lane to the basket, kicks in the corner. Grinnell's got to try to overshoot here defensively, and Macy's got the ball, and she goes racing. Speed all the way to the other end, tries to get fouled, it doesn't happen, and she gets the layup to go. There probably should have been a foul, but none called. 14-13.
You know, anytime you see a hand on the back pushing and they're not calling a foul, it's frustrating from the coaching bench.
6:37 remaining here in the first half. Grinnell leads by 1. Very aggressive game so far. Here's a drive to the basket, good. Hard to guard that.
Well, you have one option. You're either going to get called for a blocking foul or you're going to try to force a charge. And
that ball's tipped out of bounds. Grinnell retains possession. Meredith McKnight comes in. Micah Benning-Schorb comes in, both for Sarah and Megan. Grinnell could use a big shot here. They do trail 15-14, 6:17 remaining here in the first half. As Macy holds it here at the top of the key. Macy drives baseline, goes strong, does not get called. And here comes CPU. And it should be a travel, and it is. Nice job by Macy. She was calling out to Jackson, who was up ahead, to stop right there to trap the player. So good communication by Grinnell offensively.
McKnight comes out. McCombs back in the ball game.
Macy tries to cross, gets to Micah. Jackson fires from the Tigers logo and nails it. Second three-pointer of the game for Jackson, and Grinnell has a 17-15 lead.
I've said it a couple times, but that Tigers logo seems to be
Naomi's favorite spot.
Favorite spot, it is.
Her favorite spot down low is not that defensive portion.
Smart play by Naomi, because that would have just been a given foul right there. So
we need her in the ball game. Meredith takes it all the way and gets the layup to go. She always seems to impress.
Yeah, she does a good job finding that open seam, and that's what it takes. If someone's not going to do it, they're going to cut it off. So you might as well open that lane up and take it.
And a foul. Edson was upset about not getting that offensive play down low.
They're definitely getting some rebounds in there that, we just got to put your head up and grab them.
Number 44 down low. She's definitely got that height advantage that Grinnell has to work with here.
Yeah, like I said earlier, all those CPU girls, they definitely have a height advantage. So then you have to turn into quick feet, quick hands, and quick shots. And hopefully that's the provider of the winning score there.
We're all knotted up, 19-19, and CPU is going to bring a huge full-court press here. Grinnell retains possession.
It's one of those things you hate, it's as a coach, you always want that ball to roll back to the center. Go to the side, pop it back to the center, and try to keep good ball movement. Because once you go to the side on a full-court press, that's where they're going to come up and get you stuck and trap you.
Naomi's layup is no good. And here come the pointers. One-on-one, Rebecca. Yeah, we got a double dribble. Stuttered a little bit. 19-19, we're all tied up. 4:43 remaining here in the second quarter. Great game so far between two very good basketball teams in respected divisions. Or respective conferences, I should say. 19-19, and Rebecca misses that three-pointer. Grinnell with 6 fouls, CPU with 3. CPU kicks this thing wildly across court here, trying to get an open shot. That layup is no good. Rebound grab by Macy. Harris is going to turn on the boosters, goes all the way, gets blocked from behind. Micah saves it. Good effort by Meredith as they kick it around. Jackson fires the long three-pointer. Good.
Good ball movement was the key to that one right there. Plus heads up, who would have thought they would have kicked it back in and kept that ball in play?
22-19, 3:44 remaining here in the first half. Grinnell's on top. CPU gets a wide open look in the corner for 3. Airballs it, but they get on the offensive glass and another and one. Grinnell's got to get better on the offensive glass, or on the defensive glass, I should say.
It's number 2 on Meredith. A little bit of a line change up for the Tigers. Petting's in, Gosling back in. Megan Doty.
And that free throw is good. We're all tied up, 22-22. Grinnell's going to have to get this thing in quick. Meredith's in trouble, and we got a foul. I mean, you have to expect it's going to be a foul when she's just being hounded over there.
And they are really collapsing hard on them. So you're either going to get a tie-up and get a jump ball out of it, much like we want the outcome to be when we're doing our full-court press.
So Grinnell does get it in. Megan has it and is going to bring it up court. CPU is going to let her. We're tied. 3:23 remaining here in the first half. Megan cuts to Sarah in the corner as they're going to keep swinging it. Macy drives, kicks back out. Pedig finds Meredith in the corner. Meredith drives all the way, goes up strong, gets fouled.
Nice job taking it to the basket, just like we saw earlier. And whatever the outcome, that's hopefully what we want, is to either make a basket and get the and one, or go online and shoot two.
Meredith's first free throw falls. Second one upcoming. And the second one falls. 24-22. Grinnell's on top of CPU. 3:08 remaining here in the first half. Wide open three for CPU. Good.
Definitely got the lucky bounce on that one.
Grinnell's got to make some defensive adjustments going into halftime. We know that for sure. McKenna's going to try to swing this thing around for Grinnell. They trail 25-24. Macy drives in. No call. Sarah's going to play tough defense, but eventually the Storm Pointers get this one across the half-court line. They try to kick it inside, and Macy saves it. Nice hustle. McKnight's trapped underneath, and we got another foul on CPU.
Like number 4. That's her second foul on the night.
So Jackson's going to check in here.
So foul near the baseline, so it'll be a baseline takeout.
25-24, 2:22 remaining here. Macy loses that one on the way, and we got travel. Sarah slipped. It's just been rough game so far. Storm and Pointers have definitely put Grinnell on edge offensively. But Grinnell's defense is just kind of hanging in there. Three-pointer by the Pointers. No good. Grinnell's got to hang on here as they got to get better on defense. Defensive rebounding, I should say.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that's killing them right now. And like earlier, they just have the height advantage that they're getting that extra step.
That two-pointer is no good, and the rebound is grabbed again by CPU. Drive to the basket. Too easy as it falls in. 3-point lead for the Storm and Pointers. 27-24, a minute 35 remaining here. Naomi drives. Layup is good on the and one. Huge shot by Naomi.
That's her second foul for Kriegel.
Yeah, 7 fouls for each. CPU has slowly climbed up back with how many fouls Grinnell had.
It's starting to become the balance with the pressure that CPU is putting on. They're getting more. They're pushing it, putting it to the limit. And now the foul's catching up as Naomi picks up that and one on that one.
So it ties back the ball game. Both teams are in the bonus. 1:22 remaining here in the first half. 27-27. And once again, we got a good game. 3 seconds in the lane. That helps.
A turnover's a turnover, and we'll take it.
Looks like Sarah checks back in. Micah Benning-Shorb comes to the sideline to take a break here. And here comes Harris. Gonna walk it across the half-court line. It's been a while since Grinnell's had a 3 which is pretty rare. Macy kicks in the corner. Naomi wanted to three. Pulls up for mid-range. Can't get it to go. As CPU tries to kick this thing around. Nice pass inside. That's a hard for Sarah to guard that one. 29-27. Megan gets a good screen by Rebecca, but she's hounded and falls down. We might have more foul trouble like we did in the Gilbert game. Megan's free throw is good. It's Megan's first points of the game. 29-28. And the second one is good. We're knotted up again, 29-29, 35 seconds left here in this first half. And CPU is going to kick this one around the top of the key. Deep three-pointer is off the rim. Rebound once again grabbed by CPU, and they got the layup to go. And Edson just has to shrug. They have to get better on the offensive glass.
Well, you know, in that case there, they were blocking out for the short ball, but you still got to plan on where that long ball is going to go.
Pedig maybe got tripped or slipped or something. She lost the ball on the way up. Megan's going to guard up closely here. 7 seconds left. Good pickup by Micah. They try to kick it around. They get the shot off, and it is good. So a very rough first half by Grinnell. That'll do it for our first. 33-29. Central Point Urbana leads over Grinnell. We'll see you back for the second half of action. All right, so we're back for the second half of action between the CPU Storm and Pointers and the Grinnell Tigers. Well, it was a really interesting first half. CPU and Grinnell have obviously shown that they are the teams that the records say they are to be. CPU leads 33-29. It was definitely a rough first half by both offenses. Grinnell, I mean, really the only point I see where Grinnell can improve and needs to improve is on that defensive glass. They have to get rebounds if they want to win this game. This game is still very possible to win, but CPU has had Grinnell's number all night, or all afternoon long. Really doesn't seem like Grinnell's been in front at all.
They've struggled, and I hate to say that word struggle, but we have, and it's all been around rebounding.
Yeah.
I mean, rebounding has just been down. We've had a few, but when it comes down to it, that's what's going to win this ball game are those second and third shots. We need them offensively. Defensively, we can't give them those second and third attempts.
So 33-29, 7:50 remaining. We had a foul there on CPU's number 44. Nice pass inside. McKenna can't hang on to it. Sarah's got to get out of there, and she does. She'll set up offensively for the Tigers as they'll try to swing this thing around. McKenna drives baseline, kicks back outside to Macy. She fires the three-pointer. Good. Big shot by Macy to start the half.
That's going to be a difference maker, too, as those three-pointers coming out of the stretch right away.
33-32. And did we have out of bounds or was it a foul?
Well, they did call a foul. Looks
Yeah.
like it's on 14, Sarah Gosling. That's number 2 on Sarah.
That one's stolen away. Doty comes racing back. Her speed won't carry her all the way, and it's a lazy pass over to Macy. Loose ball taken away by McKenna, and Megan gets it right back. 33-32. Grinnell could use a little bit of a boost here. Doty crosses and gets called. Number 22 gets called on the foul there inside.
Reach in on Wilson. That's her third foul for the afternoon.
Yeah, 2 Storm and Pointers have fouls. Or have 3 fouls, I should say.
Two with 3 fouls, and 2 was sent with 2 fouls.
Macy drives, floater, no good. That was a big shot. Macy gets called on the reach-in.
That's her second foul.
.6:42 remaining here in the third quarter. CPU leads Grinnell by 1, 33-32. It's been a great game so far. Here's a step-back three-pointer. It's no good. Rebound grab by Macy. And Harris comes racing back up court, splits through the double team. Hands off to McKenna McKnight, who nails the three-pointer.
Give the assist to Macy. That's a heads up looking up the court.
Grinnell has a lead, 35-33. As they kick this thing around over here in the corner, they go inside. That layup is good, and the and one.
Megan Doty, that's her second foul. You know, we're kind of like, it's just like a teeter-totter. The play kind of reminds me of the Pella boys game last night versus Grinnell.
Yeah. Substitutions here by the Pointers. As Macy gets this one into Megan, and CPU immediately collapses. Sarah, nice pass down court. McKenna McKnight in the corner. Kicks inside, back to Sarah. Good ball movement, but Sarah couldn't get the bucket to go. It'll be out of bounds on CPU, and Grinnell will retain possession.
Sarah was doing everything she could to get to there. CPU players kind of holding her up.
Naomi airballs that one over to Sarah. She hands off to Macy. 36-35, 5:45 left here in the third quarter. CPU leads over Grinnell. Macy at the top of the key, drives to the free throw line, takes it all the way, no foul. And she couldn't get a rebound. And here comes CPU. In the corner, wide open for three. Off the mark. Rebound back up and in. And again, the glass is just killing Grinnell as Macy got poked. Yeah, so it looks like Macy got nailed in the eye.
Getting pretty aggressive underneath there.
So she'll take a sit real quick. 38-35. Grinnell needs momentum here to get going. Meredith drives baseline, takes it all the way and gets blocked. Jackson's the only one back for Grinnell, and she steals that one successfully. It'll be out of bounds on her, but good defense.
Yeah, quick hands there by Naomi, following the ball and not going for the reach on the arm, so good job there.
5:02 remaining here in the third quarter. Grinnell trails by 3, 38-35. As the Pointers try to kick this thing around the key. Nice pass inside, stolen away. And McKenna, lazy pass. The CPU gets the ball right back. That pull-up jumper is no good. McKenna's on the glass. In trouble and has to get rid of it. And Doty races across half court. Meredith at the wing, kicks, drives, baseline. Jackson kicks all the way. Her layup is no good, but she got fouled on the way up. It's a much needed play by Grinnell.
25 Goby, that'd be her first foul for CPU.
And that first one rattles out. (38-35). 4:24 remaining here in the third quarter. Grinnell trails CPU. It's been a rough game so far on both sides. Naomi's able to hit the second one, though. And Grinnell trails by 2. Still things that can be improved by Grinnell, but they still got a long way to go till the end of this thing. And Sarah gets called on the foul.
That's where that little height advantage is going to make a difference on Sarah. It's number 3 on Sarah.
So to the free throw line are the Storm and Pointers here. That first free throw is no good. Macy's going to be checking back into the ball game.
Micah comes in, so Megan and Sarah go down, take a well-deserved breather.
And the second one is no good. Macy's on the glass. You know, she's probably going to be mad, so she'll be playing with some intensity here. 38-36. Grinnell could use a bucket here. Jackson gets stuck at the wing. They trap Macy, and Meredith traveled.
Meredith really passed up a good look at a three-pointer there.
So 38-36, 3:50 left here in the third quarter. As that one is no good, rebound grab by Macy.
Macy was definitely going to let them know she had that ball that time.
Naomi. Meredith hands off to Rebecca. Rebecca drives baseline, good take, and Rebecca gets fouled on the way up.
Milliken with the foul. That's her first.
Rebecca's first free throw is good. She had a great first quarter, didn't score in the second. Now, hopefully coming alive here in the third quarter. Grinnell could definitely use it.
Yeah, definitely could need that height inside. We need to push the ball to the inside. Put a little bit more pressure on the taller CPU players inside.
And the second one falls as well, so we are tied. Grinnell could really use a stop here. They have to take a lead or something. They've played from behind almost the entire game, it feels like. They really haven't been in control. As CPU kicks in the corner, Rebecca had to play up there. It's missed. Rebound grabbed by CPU, and the layup is back up and in. And it just continues to be the trend that the rebounding is killing Grinnell here.
Yeah, she took it right over the top of Meredith's head there.
Jackson kicks back outside. Meredith thought about a three. Drives baseline. Nice take by Meredith McKnight. She can't get it to go. Addie Pettig's on the glass and gets the layup to go. Good job by Addie underneath. That's a huge play for Grinnell. 40-40. Should be a high dribble. Not going to call it. 2:33 remaining. CPU trying to kick this thing around. Grinnell could use a huge defensive stop here. Three-pointer off front iron. Rebound, grab by Addie. And Pettig's going to come racing back the other way. Hands back. Macy for three. No good. Meredith's on the glass. Goes up strong. Can't get the layup to go. And CPU's on the glass. But Naomi has a steal. And we finally get a foul on CPU. Man. Crazy turn of events, but Grinnell was sure not going to let that ball get away from him.
Yeah.
That bucket is good. Who was the one that made that?
I missed it. I was trying to get the camera. We got some streaming issues here. Bear with us. We'll get it worked out.
Macy with the rebound. It goes back the other way. That three-pointer is no good. Rebound taken. (42-40). 1:38 remaining here in the third quarter. We are having screen recording issues. We apologize for that. We're trying to get it fixed here. You should still be able to hear us. CPU's kicking this thing around the corner. They fire a deep three-pointer. Is no good. They're back on the glass, though. Remains Storm and Pointer's ball. And this one's almost stolen away. Nice post move underneath. No good. Macy's on the glass. Harris dribbles out of a double team. Kicks back out. Macy in the corner, drives, kicks back outside. Naomi Jackson drives baseline. Thought about a three, didn't take it. They move